Hey guys, it's Kamil here. It's the 2nd of January 2015 and I'm here with my very good friend, Orange guy. I don't think what his name is. And as every year, the beginning of the year, I make an annual statement, annual announcement summarizing the previous year and talking about actually the next year, or this year actually, that's just starting, what to do with the year, what can we expect and how to make the best of it. So here's my message. Why this year is very important. I consider this year, 2015, to be the first year of the future. And what do I mean by that? Because every year is kind of a first year of the future when you get there, right? Well, what I mean by that, that finally we have something that we have considered for many years to be science fiction, and we've seen in science fiction movies colorful cities like this with lots of inventions, and we've seen this for years, and now finally we have those inventions in our life, in reality. So from the 1st of January this year, it is finally legal in UK to operate driverless cars. So cars without any drivers. And obviously there are lots of restrictions and limitations on it. Nevertheless, it is now possible to operate a car like this. Big companies producing trucks, for example, like Mercedes and many others, they already have been working for many years and they have actually big trucks, lorries that can actually operate on motorways or highways in the United States without actually any input from the driver. So driver is sitting comfortably and when the time comes, the computer says, "Hello mate, you coming now, we close to the exit from the motorway, or exit from the highway, grab the wheel back," and the driver can wake up, you know, and continue driving. And same here in UK, from 1st of January, it is happening now. So maybe you remember, you've watched this movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall. It was a long time ago, I can't remember when was it, 1990 that movie, can't even remember when. A really good science fiction movie. So there was this scene when he jumps into a car and there is a kind of a robot driver and he tells him just go, and he just wouldn't, you know, because he's asking about the address. And then he pulls him out and just grabs the wheel and drives away. So we have those times now. And other thing is, obviously, what we carry in our pockets now, it's not a phone anymore. It has become a very sophisticated and powerful computer with much more processing power than not my so old, not that old laptop that I actually have at home. And this is much more powerful than my laptop that's not that old. And it just shows you how technology is progressing at an unbelievable speed. You can buy now drones with cameras, so you can fly your own drone and with a camera. You no longer need to hire a helicopter if you want to shoot a movie and have scenes from the air. You can just buy a drone, and those drones are anything from, you know, £100 up to a few £1,000 or dollars for those really big ones with good cameras. So it's not that expensive actually. Anybody practically can afford this, or a group of people definitely, if they need to, they can buy one, shoot the movie, and then they can sell it if they don't need it anymore. So technology suddenly makes it possible for ordinary people to do incredible things that 10 years ago you couldn't do, no matter how much money you had, or things that you would have to spend like lots of money on, like millions or billions of dollars. Now you can do it at, you know, for some peanuts, for £100 or £1,000. It's incredible. People have now transferred the homes or the rooms into professional recording studios. 10-20 years ago you would need to spend a fortune on a recording studio. Now you can, for £2,000-3,000, you can have a powerful computer, good microphones, other equipment, and most of the things are done in the software in the computer anyway. So people create music, and it's incredible how technology is helping us. And then on the other hand, there are challenges, because, you know, jobs are disappearing at very fast pace. So people are being replaced by computers, by robots, and that creates a challenge for those of us who are not skilled enough to find another job or create another business. but it's also good for the young people because they are looking at what's happening. Oh, there's a new job and I can actually do it. You know, I'm an expert at computers or this or that. So these are very interesting times. So remember, everything has got positives and negatives. You know, so don't think that technology advancement is great, amazing. It's great, but it's got some drawbacks. And at the same time, don't think it's bad because it's not. This is something unavoidable. For you know, the advancement, the progression, expansion is built into us. It's in our genes. If we don't grow, we die. Simple as that. So when we become old physically, our bodies stop growing because they have become old. So we die very soon afterwards, and it's with everything. So we need to find a way to marry happily the technological expansion with our natural needs. You know, the needs for sleep, for fun, for enjoyment, for intellectual growth, for healthy living, fruits, vegetables. We need to marry those things together, and obviously we are succeeding with that in some places, and you are failing terribly in other places. So there are lots of challenges, and let's not focus on how bad it is, forgetting about how great it is, or the other way around. Let's not focus on how great it is without forgetting how bad it is. Let's just keep looking at how can we marry those two together so we can be in the center, in the middle, which is usually the way to the truth or to the wisdom. So that's my message for you for 2015. Learn how to see the big picture and find this middle way, the path that goes through the center, because that will lead you to wisdom and to prosperity in any area of your life that is important to you, and to the truth as well, whatever the truth is for you. I believe that the truth is different for everybody, and I kind of have a scientific proof, but it's a theoretical proof, but that's another video that I'm gonna make about this. I've made already one, I'm gonna make another one. The other thing I want to talk to you about is that the coming years are going to be challenging. We had a big recession in 2007, so quite a few years ago, 7-8 years ago, but we still actually haven't come out of it really. I mean, politicians are saying that yes, we have, but politicians together with central banks, they have printed incredible amounts of money. They put incredible amounts of money into circulations. So they were normally printing at a kind of a steady rate for many years, and then suddenly it went like this vertical. So in a few years they created more so-called money. It's not real money, it's fake money, but they created more currency, this fake money, in a few years than actually over 100 or 200 years. And that's scary. If you understand the economy, you know what it means. You know, the prices will soon be going up very quickly at the same rate as they're printing money. That's a natural law of the market. So we know the dollar might collapse very soon. You know, Japan is going bankrupt. Lots of countries in Europe are practically bankrupt. You know, they are being bailed out, and lots of tricks are being used. But anyway, what I want you to do is to prepare yourself for another recession, and the next recession is due around 2025, because they happen every 17 years or so, or they've been at least, so we can expect another one. But as I said, there are turbulent times, lots of that money printing and other things happening. We might have a recession much sooner than that, maybe even this year. I don't know, nobody knows the future. But prepare yourself, start saving at least 10% of whatever you have earned and start investing it. Educate yourself on what's happening with the economy, and you don't need to be an accountant, you don't need to study in depth, but have an overview. There are lots of fantastic videos on what's happening in the world, how to protect yourself, what to invest, and especially I think silver and gold is the biggest opportunity, especially silver. So start buying silver coins, silver bar, numismatic coins or bullion coins like this, those that you hold in your hand. Educate yourself also about that. So be prepared, because when the next recession hits, probably it will be the biggest one ever. And you really want to be prepared for a recession like this, because what will happen if you lose your source of income or if you fall ill, or if there are some, the war breaks out. You know, there are so many wars happening all over the world. You know, the IS, the Islamic State, that suddenly arose not a long time ago, and it's posing serious threat, and people are dying in huge numbers. And don't think that it's going to end, and don't think that if you live in somewhere in Europe or in the US or anywhere else in America that it's not going to affect you, because it might. And from the history we know, you never know what's going to happen. You know, not many years ago in Yugoslavia we had this massacre. You know, we thought that the Tutsi and Hutu problem in Africa was like, whoa, that was terrible, but that's Africa, it's not going to happen. And then in Yugoslavia, similar thing happened. You know, you would say civilized people started, you know, butchering, slaughtering each other. Incredible, you know. So don't think it will not happen here. Maybe it won't, but there is a very big likelihood, probability that it might, or that it will. So be prepared, you know, don't panic. Don't panic, yeah, in life you need to be cool, but start taking steps and measures to protect yourself, to have a happy life. So that's my other part of the message to you for 2015. So live a life of wisdom and the truth, the middle path. It's called middle path, or way of the middle path, or the central path, middle path, I would say, or middle way, and start preparing yourself for various things and educating yourself. You've got this tool called the internet that gives you access to incredible amount of knowledge. Don't just use it to watch pictures or videos of cats and dogs dancing. Start using this source to actually grow yourself as a man or a woman, as a human being, as a family member, as an investor, as a citizen of this planet. It will pay you off, and your family, your children. If you've got children, you really need to make sure that you and your children are educating yourself, and be very selective at who you actually get your education from. That's very important. So thank you for watching. Have a fabulous and outrageously successful, happy and fulfilling and on purpose 2015. All the best, lots of love to you guys, and again thank you for watching and for being my subscribers. Thank you for sharing my videos, liking them and making fantastic comments. As you know, I respond to most of my comments, although recently I'm getting so many that it's difficult to respond to all of them, but nevertheless, if I see that someone needs a response, I will respond. If I don't respond, send me a private message or comment on another video, and maybe this time I will respond. Again, have a lovely year. Take care. Bye.